Sarah had always been a kind and compassionate person. So when she saw a homeless man named Sam sitting on the side of the road with a sign that read, "Will work for food," her heart immediately went out to him. She pulled over and offered him a sandwich and some water. As they began talking, Sarah found herself drawn to Sam's kind eyes and gentle spirit. After talking for a while, Sarah learned that Sam had been living on the streets for the past few years, ever since he lost his job and his wife left him. He had been trying to make ends meet by doing odd jobs here and there, but it was barely enough to survive. Sarah's heart broke for him, and she couldn't bear to see him suffer any longer. Without hesitating, Sarah invited Sam to come stay with her. She promised to provide him with a warm bed, a hot meal, and clean clothes. Sam was hesitant at first, not wanting to be a burden to anyone, but Sarah insisted and eventually he agreed. Over the next few weeks, Sarah took care of Sam like he was family. She helped him clean up and find a job. Sam was beyond grateful for her kindness and couldn't believe that someone would go out of their way to help a stranger like him. As time went on, Sam and Sarah grew closer and their friendship turned into something more. They fell deeply in love with each other, and it wasn't long before they got married. Sarah was overjoyed to have found such a kind and loving man, and Sam was grateful to have found someone who saw past his circumstances and loved him for who he was. Their first year of marriage was nothing short of bliss. Sam had a stable job and they were able to move into a small but cozy apartment. Sarah was happy to see Sam thriving and it filled her heart with joy. But all good things must come to an end. One day, Sarah came home from work early and found Sam in bed with another woman. She was devastated and couldn't believe what she was seeing. Sam tried to explain, saying that he had been feeling lost and insecure lately and that this woman had shown him some attention. But Sarah couldn't forgive him for breaking her trust and betraying their marriage vows. Despite Sam's apologies and promises to change, Sarah couldn't bring herself to forgive him. She filed for divorce and moved out of their apartment. Sam was left alone once again, but this time it was because of his own actions. As the years went by, Sam realized the gravity of his mistakes. He regretted hurting the one person who had shown him nothing but kindness and love. But it was too late. Sarah had moved on and found happiness with someone else. Sam's life took a turn for the worse and he found himself back on the streets. He longed for the love and stability he had with Sarah, but it was gone forever. He had lost the best thing that ever happened to him because of his own foolishness. Years later, Sarah crossed paths with Sam on the street. She was shocked to see him in such a state and couldn't help but feel a twinge of sadness. She stopped to talk to him, and Sam apologized once again for his actions. Sarah could see the regret in his eyes, but she had already forgiven him a long time ago. She wished him well and went on her way. As she walked away, Sarah couldn't help but think about how different their lives would have been if Sam had stayed faithful. But she also knew that everything happens for a reason, and their paths were meant to cross for a brief moment in time, to show them both the true meaning of love and forgiveness.